Coming up, Pisces, we just had your love and relationships reading, and it did talk about your projects, you know, how to be successful with those. Watch out for a little bit of addiction and obsessions, but you've got it going on. You've got it figured out. So stay tuned. We're going to talk all about it. Hello, Pisces. We just got finished with your general reading, and what I found was there was a tremendous amount of love energy. So this one, which is your love and relationships reading, is probably not going to have as much of that in it. We'll see how it goes. But maybe they swapped. We'll see. But, you know, when we do the love and relationships, it's also just about your relationships in general and how that is. And, of course, the love that you put into them. So we want to see how that turns out. Ah! All right, here we go. Fascinating. Okay, so what we're going to do is lay these out. Theo's really in the way tonight. He's just feeling a bit insecure and constantly wants to be there. But that's okay. We'll work with it. And then, okay. All right. Just a few more cards here. Give me 10 seconds to rearrange, and then we'll start talking about them. Be right back. Okay, Pisces, so let's look at this. We have some good news because we have a victorious card in there with some of the projects. You've got the Chariot, you've got the skills, it's upright. You've got the victory card, you're moving forward and progressing with the projects. The Three of Wands, so you've got, based upon two other projects or old projects, things that you've been successful, you are moving forward with actions that you're taking for new projects. Make sure that you are flexible, though, that you don't think that it always has to be done the same way that it's been done in the past. We need you to be flexible. Now, one thing that we do have is there is a relationship in there that's what you would call slightly not totally mature, and it's in the energetic of the energy that you're dealing with and decisions that you have to make. So let's look forward with everything else. It does look like in your baseline that you've been very successful within choices that you've made. You work very hard, so you have that baseline. It does look like within the attitude and some of the things surrounding you, you have kind of like the fives, and there's the chaos with some of the other people that you're working with, and they are not realistic right now. They're not realistic with some of their ideas. They're trying to make it to come back into reality of making some fantasies be able to truly come true in the objectives that you have. So there's a level of communication that you guys are all working on, but you're very focused. You're very focused on where you want to go with everything and the direction that you want to go. You still have definitely loving interest going towards someone or something. We definitely want to make sure that it goes in the same direction, but there's definitely an influence there. There's a sweetness there. In the past, it's saying that you have Knights of Cup, which is offerings of love coming your way, or you offering within your dynamic of what you would consider your family unit. And going to the future, it does say that there is somebody that has a little bit of maybe an obsession towards someone that they work with closely. And we do have to be careful of that, because anything that is obsessions or addictions, we get a little skewed with our reality of what we're thinking and what we think we need, and what is overtaking us. So be careful with it, whether it's you or whether it's somebody else in your environment. It's somebody close within usually a working condition. And we don't actually want that in a working condition. So make sure that's not you. And if it's somebody else, you're going to have to navigate through it, which can be tricky. Okay, so going into your hopes and fears, you really do want to freshly express yourself and listen to your guides and your instincts with that of how you can be truly yourself to express. Going into the future, it is saying that there's a little bit of difficulty within some things that people are saying closest to your environment, maybe your home area or whatever, but don't take things to heart. Don't get too upset with some of the chaotic words that someone might say to you in their own despair or their own level of theme of life that they're chaotic right now. It's just, don't make it your own. Okay, so it does say that you in the future are going to have the strength to move forward, to look towards finding the passions that are missing in your life. Okay, I'm glad you have the strength to do that. The strength is also between your male and female energies. And last but not least, we've got, there are levels of success that you can have within wanting things to be fair or just, but you have to make sure that you let go of old hurts, old energies. You can't bring the past into your future. Sometimes we think of things or ways or that people betrayed us in the past, and we're so afraid that that's going to happen again that we almost make it happen again. So if you really want to hear the truth and know the truth and have just scenarios happen for you, you've got to be able to let things go within old hurts. There's a level of forgiveness, and how you're going to do that, I don't know, but contemplate it, because that's how you're going to be successful, and especially how you're truly going to get the truth, because sometimes people keep things from us because they don't think we can handle the truth, and you need to let them know that you can, and that you truly can. And that means you have to have an open heart, and the only way that you can have an open heart is if you let some of those old pains go. They were lessons. It was information as part of the human condition, but it doesn't mean that it has to be that way with everybody else into the future. Anyway, that's what some of the cards are talking about. So if that applies to you, or even someone really close to you that you're dealing with, that's something to consider. That's what they're offering. Okay, we'll be right back with a wrap-up. Before we do the wrap-up, I just want to remind everybody that each sign has 2 videos. We've got one for the general and one for love and romance. Also, make sure that you check your, you guys, check your sun, moon, and rising signs. Baby, baby. Oh, the sweeties. Oh, yes. Sun, moon, rising signs, and also, oh, I know. I'm sorry, Daddy. King gets it first. It's okay. If you want to book a reading, there is ctgtarot.com for goodwill and prosperity. Please donate. That would be amazing. Want to subscribe? We're a new channel. Don't lose track of us. If you want to make comments below, please just try to be uplifting. Thank you so much. If you do the thumbs up, that helps us stick around and people to be able to check us out. So anyway, thanks for supporting us. And happy watching. The babies totally appreciate your support, and so do I. Thanks. And back to the wrap-up. Hi, honey. Tinkerbell, you want some? There. Want some? Oh, girl. Okay, within the wrap-up, it looks like that you're pretty solid with your navigation of yourself and your projects and the things that you're doing. There does need to be a level of watching for communications of love interest, that they're genuinely going in a 2-way direction. And if not, that needs to be worked on. I don't know exactly how you're going to work on that, and I don't know which party is iffy or not at the same level, but it does seem that there's a tendency with that. Well, let's just make sure that we're all realistic and that no one's going into levels of obsession or addiction, because we don't want that. And that could happen possibly within the work environment, and that's a tricky scenario. Anyway, so yes, you're going to have the strength to go after the passions that are missing in your life. You're going to have to let go, or if you really want things to go in a just fashion and have the truth, and everybody be truthful to you, you've got to be able to have an open heart and not hold things from the past expecting them to happen to you again. All right. You know, that's pretty much the gist of it. But ultimately, you're a successful person with the projects that you do. And I know that you can be successful in this. Well, just think it through and have a plan. And still, like in your general reading that had so much love, bring that forth in your heart. It's just sometimes, how do you bring that much loving energy forward that also others can experience it and celebrate it? Because that's always a good thing. It's always a really nice thing to have, especially when you genuinely feel it. So I wish you well within all your communications and all your levels of loving energies that you're getting from this life. All right. Talk to you soon. Mush mush.